As a parent, you do anything you can for your child, and I guess I just went one step further.
I had such a great pregnancy with Liberty. We'd had scans and nothing came up.
But every time we got a scan, she had her hand over her eye. It was like she knew.
There was an issue called microphthalmia.
Her eye that she can't see out of is 40% smaller than her other eye, and you need to fill that void with a prosthetic.
If you don't have that prosthetic eye in there, your face will collapse.
As a father, I didn't know how to deal with it. You know, what do? You can't fix it. And I mean, some of the appointments were horrendous.
One of the ocularists that we saw, the mould got stuck.
Ashley was bear hugging her while he was trying to pull it off, and
To get it out, he basically just ripped it out. She was trembling. It was pretty horrific. Sorry.
and that was it for me. I wasn't putting through any of that ever again.
We literally got home and he was on the computer.
I wanted to know how to start making prosthetic eyes myself for my daughter.
I was like, yeah, well, maybe we should just let the professionals do it. He just said to me, look what a professional just did to our daughter. I can do it better and I can do it without hurting her. That's when he found the John Pacey Lowry video.
I dug into it and would stop the video and look at what John was using, and I pieced together parts of the process to be able to do it the best that I could with the things that I had. It was really frustrating. I'd get 3/4 of the way through making a perfect eye, and then the last bit of the process I'd stuff up. But I knew each step I was getting a step closer to making one. The first time Ashley had said, yeah, that's a good one, we'll try it, was hard to describe.
I'm not working.
It's okay, it's fine, darling.
No,
Yeah.
you're in your dad.
What about class?
No, class is too little.
You got a moustache.
That is so funny.
You know, knowing that she was walking around with one that I'd made for her, for me that was a moment of walk out to the shed and have a cry with no one looking, because I'd done something for the family finally. So over 2 years, I've made about 20 odd eyes for her, and I realised how much of a passion I had for it.
And I said, well, is this what you want to do for a job? Is this where you see yourself? And he said, yes. And I said, okay, well, let's make it happen then.
When Dwayne first contacted me, basic question, I want to become an ocularist, how do I do it?
It's a bit surreal going from seeing a man on YouTube to coming and training here in clinic with him. Going from sledgehammers on an oil rig to tiny little machines and iris buttons and stuff is pretty awesome. You start with nothing. At the end of it, you've got a person that is wearing an eye that you've made by hand.
But that is very good.
Yeah, the movement's amazing.
Knowing that I am capable now, I have to be using what I've learned. Being back, now it's really all just starting to fall into place. I've got a state-of-the-art clinic. It's really growing into my dream.
Oculus Prosthetics is the ocularist practice that Dwayne and I have started.
Can you sit here? You can't really explain what it means to people until you experience, you know, sitting there with a parent with their child and being able to have those moments where you see a parent cry because their kid looks amazing.
It's hard enough being a parent, let alone having the unknowns. We just feel like we can make it a little bit easier. People come first. That's how we're going to do it different.
The people on the ground, they're the solution. They're the ones who actually really fight off deforestation, and they're looking for collaboration. They're not looking for help.